Welcome back to Unfog You, the place where we cut through confusion and help you gain clarity in every aspect of your life. If you've ever felt like you're spinning plates, work, family, friends, personal growth, and wondering which one is about to crash, you're not alone. Today we're talking about something many of us between the ages of 25 and 45 grapple with: burnout and the elusive concept of life-work balance. Before we dive deep, take a moment to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. Your support helps us reach more people like you who are striving for clarity and balance. Let's start with an honest admission: modern life is intense. With technology, constant notifications, and the blurred lines between office and home, it's no wonder that more and more people report feeling burned out. Burnout isn't just a buzzword, it's a state of emotional, physical, and mental exhaustion caused by prolonged stress. It's that feeling of being empty, drained, and unable to cope. It happens when you constantly run on empty and ignore your need for rest, play, and connection. Burnout sneaks up on you. You might think you're just tired or unmotivated, but over time, it becomes a serious threat to your well-being. And here's where the confusion comes in. Society tells us to hustle, but it also tells us to relax. How do you know when you're working hard versus pushing yourself into a breakdown? One of the biggest myths is that being busy equals being productive. Many of us measure success by how packed our schedules are, how many emails we send, and how little sleep we get. But activity isn't the same as achievement. If you're constantly moving without a clear direction, you're like a hamster on a wheel, working hard but not moving forward. Life-work balance doesn't mean doing less of everything. It means aligning your actions with your values. It's about understanding what matters most to you and allocating your time and energy accordingly. When your personal priorities match the way you spend your days, you'll feel more energized and fulfilled, even if you're working hard. Take a moment to reflect on how you start your morning. Do you immediately check your phone, scroll through messages, and feel the stress creeping in before you even get out of bed? Or do you give yourself a few minutes to breathe, stretch, and set an intention for the day? Those small habits can make a huge difference. When you begin your day in reaction mode, you're already playing catch-up. You're letting external forces dictate your mood and priorities. Instead, create a simple morning routine that centers you. It could be as quick as 3 deep breaths, a cup of water, and writing down your top 3 goals for the day. By doing so, you reclaim control over your time and set yourself up for a more balanced day. Recognizing the signs of burnout early is crucial. They often show up subtly: feeling irritable or impatient with coworkers or loved ones, losing motivation for tasks you usually enjoy, experiencing physical symptoms like headaches or stomach issues, or noticing that you're becoming increasingly cynical. If you found yourself thinking, "What's the point?" or "Nothing I do matters," that's a red flag. Burnout also disguises itself as laziness or procrastination. You might think you're slacking off, but your mind and body could be signaling that they need rest. When you understand that burnout is not a personal failure but a natural response to prolonged stress, you can approach it with compassion rather than guilt. Let's dispel another myth. Life-work balance doesn't mean splitting your time evenly between professional and personal spheres. The concept of balance suggests 2 sides of a scale, but real life is far more dynamic. Sometimes you'll focus heavily on work because you have an important project. Other times, you'll invest more energy in family, health, or personal development. Instead of balance, think integration. How can you integrate work into a life you love rather than trying to fit life into the cracks left over by work? Can you choose a job that aligns with your interests, or find ways to bring your passions into your career? When your work resonates with your values, it becomes less draining and more fulfilling. For example, if you value creativity but work in a job with rigid procedures, look for ways to introduce creative solutions. If you value learning, seek out courses, mentors, or side projects that stimulate your mind. Aligning your work with your intrinsic motivations can reduce stress and prevent burnout. You might not be able to change your job overnight, but you can start by noticing what aspects of your role energize you and doing more of that. And if you realize your current path fundamentally conflicts with your values, it might be time to consider a change. Career transitions are daunting, but they can also be opportunities to design a life that fits you better. The rise of remote and hybrid work has added another layer to the conversation. Working from home offers flexibility and eliminates commuting, yet it also blurs boundaries. When your dining table doubles as your office, it's harder to switch off. Many people find themselves working longer hours without realizing it. To maintain clarity, set clear boundaries around when you start and finish work. Communicate these boundaries to your colleagues and family. Create a physical ritual to mark the end of the workday. Shut down your computer, tidy your workspace, go for a walk. Even a small transition helps your brain shift from work mode to personal time. Another source of confusion is comparing ourselves to others. Social media can make it appear as if everyone else has figured it out: thriving careers, happy families, six-pack abs, and gourmet meals. Remember that what you see online is a highlight reel, not reality. Each person's situation is unique. The only meaningful comparison is between your current self and your past self. Ask yourself, am I growing? Am I learning? Am I treating myself and others with kindness? When you anchor your progress to your own journey, you free yourself from the endless race of trying to measure up. Let's talk about energy management versus time management. Many productivity tools focus on scheduling every minute of your day, but time is only one part of the equation. Your energy levels fluctuate, and certain tasks drain you more than others. Pay attention to your natural rhythms. Are you more focused in the morning or afternoon? Do meetings leave you feeling drained? Use your high energy periods for tasks that require deep concentration and creativity. Reserve low energy times for administrative work or restful activities. Honor your energy cycles instead of forcing yourself into a one-size-fits-all schedule. This approach reduces burnout and increases efficiency. A powerful tool for clarity is the Wheel of Life exercise. Imagine a wheel divided into categories such as career, relationships, health, finances, personal growth, and leisure. Rate your satisfaction in each area on a scale from 1 to 10. You'll quickly see which parts of your life are thriving and which need attention. The goal isn't to have a perfect 10 in every category, that's unrealistic. Instead, aim for a wheel that rolls smoothly. If one area is severely neglected, it creates a bump that can destabilize your entire life. Use this visual to make conscious decisions about where to focus your energy, rather than letting circumstances decide for you. Communication is another key factor. Many of us hesitate to speak up about our workload because we fear being judged or seem incompetent. However, transparent communication can prevent burnout. If you're overwhelmed, discuss it with your manager or team. Propose solutions, prioritize tasks, delegate where possible, or adjust deadlines. Similarly, communicate with your loved ones about your needs. If you need an hour alone after work to decompress, express that. People can't respect boundaries they don't know exist. Clear communication fosters understanding and reduces resentment. One practical strategy for managing stress is to incorporate microbreaks throughout your day. Research shows that even short pauses can reset your focus and reduce fatigue. Stand up, stretch, look out the window, or take a few deep breaths. These moments might seem insignificant, but they accumulate over time. Instead of waiting for a long vacation to recharge, build small pockets of recovery into each day. This approach is especially effective if you're balancing multiple roles, such as parent and employee, where long breaks aren't always possible. Mindfulness and self-compassion are not just buzzwords, they're essential skills. Mindfulness involves paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When you're mindful, you notice your thoughts and feelings without getting swept away. For example, when you feel stressed, you can pause and observe, my heart is racing, and my chest feels tight. This awareness creates space to choose your response rather than reacting automatically. Self-compassion means treating yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling burned out, acknowledge your struggle and remind yourself that it's human to need rest. Sleep, nutrition, and exercise are the unsung heroes of life-work integration. When you're sleep deprived, your brain struggles to regulate emotions, concentrate, and make decisions. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Avoid the trap of staying up late to catch up on personal time. It only steals energy from tomorrow. Nourishing your body with whole foods supports sustained energy, while regular physical activity releases endorphins that combat stress. You don't need to run marathons. Even short walks or stretching can make a difference. Taking care of your physical health isn't selfish. It's a foundation for showing up fully in your career and relationships. Let's address finances, because money stress is a huge contributor to burnout. Many people fear that cutting back on work hours or declining overtime will jeopardize their financial security. The key is financial clarity. Create a realistic budget that accounts for both fixed expenses and savings goals. Identify areas where you might be overspending due to stress, impulse purchases, takeout meals, subscriptions you rarely use. Seek guidance from financial advisors or credible resources to plan for emergencies and retirement. When you have a clear picture of your finances, you'll feel more empowered to make decisions about your workload without fear. Another important element is community. Humans are social creatures, and isolation exacerbates stress. Cultivate supportive relationships, both inside and outside work. Have friends you can talk to openly about your struggles and successes. Join groups or communities that share your interests, whether it's a book club, sports team, or volunteer organization. At work, build connections with colleagues. A strong support network not only provides emotional comfort but also opens doors to advice, mentorship, and opportunities. Remember, asking for help isn't a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength and self-awareness. As we move forward, it's important to redefine success on our own terms. Traditional markers like job titles, income, and possessions don't necessarily equate to fulfillment. Think about what makes you feel truly alive. Is it creating art, spending time in nature, learning new skills, or making a difference in your community? Success is personal and evolving. Give yourself permission to prioritize what brings you joy, even if it looks different from the societal norm. And if your idea of success changes over time, that's okay. Life is a series of chapters, not a single story. Now, let's talk about actionable steps you can take today to move toward a healthier life-work integration. First, conduct a weekly review. Set aside 30 minutes at the end of each week to reflect on what went well, what drained you, and what you'd like to adjust. This simple habit keeps you aware of patterns and prevents small issues from becoming overwhelming. Second, schedule non-negotiable downtime. Block off time for rest, hobbies, and relationships, just as you would for work meetings. Treat these appointments with the same respect. Third, practice saying no. Every yes is a commitment of time and energy. Before agreeing to something, ask yourself if it aligns with your values and current capacity. Saying no protects your ability to say yes to what truly matters. Fourth, incorporate learning and growth into your routine. Continuous learning keeps your mind engaged and opens doors to new opportunities, reducing the fear that stepping back from work will leave you behind. Learning can take many forms: reading, listening to podcasts, taking online courses, or having conversations with people outside your field. Fifth, revisit your goals regularly. As you evolve, your goals should too. Reassessing them ensures you're moving in a direction that still resonates with your core values. Finally, celebrate small wins. Acknowledging progress reinforces positive habits and motivates you to keep going. If you're feeling stuck or overwhelmed, consider seeking professional support. Therapists, coaches, or counselors can provide tools and perspectives you might not find on your own. Many workplaces offer employee assistance programs that include mental health resources. Taking care of your mental health isn't a luxury, it's essential for long-term success and happiness. There's no shame in needing support, everyone benefits from guidance at some point. Remember that life-work integration is a journey, not a destination. There will be seasons of intense work and seasons of rest. What matters is how aware and intentional you are about those seasons. When you notice yourself edging toward burnout, don't wait for a breakdown. Take proactive steps, adjust your workload, seek help, reconnect with your values. The more you practice, the better you'll become at maintaining equilibrium. Thank you for spending this time with us on Unfog You. We hope this conversation has given you clarity and practical tools to manage burnout and cultivate a fulfilling life-work balance. If you found value in this episode, please share it with someone who might benefit. And before you go, make sure to subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and ring the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to gain clarity. We'd love to hear about your experiences with burnout and the strategies that have worked for you, so drop a comment below. Together, we can build a community that supports one another in pursuing a balanced, vibrant life. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode, where we'll tackle another confusion and help you unfog your path. Until then, take care of yourself and keep moving toward the life you want.